Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you can make short videos and repurpose your long form videos on any platform. You can use them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever platform you want, and you can do it super quickly and very easily. Previously I've tried to export the video and then re-import that edited video and edit it, but somehow it messes up the color grading for me. I do not know why, and I feel like this turns out a lot better in terms of the quality of how the colors look and how the end result looks like, and I just prefer doing it this way. So we're going to use Premiere Pro in today's tutorial, and let's get started. So first and foremost, open up your project in Premiere Pro. I have already made a trailer for this video, so I'm going to go back and show it to you again. What you would start with is your sequence that you have already edited. This is how my edited sequence looked like. It has all my edits in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a duplicate of the sequence. Say it's version 2. Now, when you make edits, you are going to make the edits off of the version 2. And I'll tell you why this is important in a second. At this point, you are going to go to source on the top, and basically you're going to drag and drop your sequence in the source window. As you can see, now I can see the entire video in this source file. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the sequence and I'm going to figure out what part I want. I'm going to use I and O keys. So that's out. So that's how much I want in the first clip. I already have a trailer, so I'm going to remove that for now. And I'm going to create a brand new file and go to sequence. And I'm just gonna call it unboxing spring flower bulbs trailer. And hit OK. Now this is going to be a blank sequence that I can use to drag and drop files. So if you actually click on the source file and just hit the dot, it will bring in the entire clip that you have selected into your sequence that you want, which is super easy. I love these shortcuts. I highly advise using them because it makes your workflow so much easier and so much faster. I also use I and O for my in and out points, which helps me cut my clips really fast. And then I just hit the dot or period key, and then it just brings it into my new sequence. So make sure your cursor is exactly where you want the next clip to be. Otherwise, the clip will just be copied on top of your previous clip. So I'm going to make sure it's at the end of it and then hit period again, and there you go. All of your clips are here. Now, all you're going to do is go to sequence and click on auto reframe sequence, and here pick whatever dimensions you want. If you're creating for Facebook, a vertical 4x5 usually works really well. Instagram, you can do for the posts, you can do a square 1x1, or you can do a vertical 4x5, or for the stories, you can create a vertical 9x16. So the 9x16 ratio is one that I use a lot whenever I create trailers for my stories. I usually create my trailers in two different formats. One is I will leave it as it is in horizontal. Sometimes on Twitter, I will post it in a horizontal format. Even on Facebook, sometimes if there are a lot of movements, I like to keep it as is and not use the auto reframe feature so that it doesn't mess up some of the motions that I have recorded in there. But most of the times I will pick the vertical 9x16 and the vertical 4x5. So let's do the vertical 9x16 so I can show you how it changes. So click on vertical 9x16. I'm going to actually say on top here that this is an IG trailer. It just helps me when I am creating it. And I'm going to remove the 9x16. I leave the motion tracking on default because this is fine. If I have a slow motion clip in there, then I'll click slower motion. Or if it's a fast-paced edit, then I will click faster motion. Here, I'm just leaving it at default. I have mixed experiences with this. If I have to keep my motion adjustments, I will use the nest clips feature. But if I've added a lot of transitions, then I wouldn't nest the clips. I will just leave it at don't nest clips. So I'm going to go with nest clips and then just create. And that's it. It's done. So this was my previous video where you can see that it's in a horizontal format. And now if I go to the next one, this is my IG trailer. And if I play through it, this is how it plays. This is Amrita Bordake, and today I have such a fun delivery. I'm planning my 2021 garden. So you can see it move a little bit, and that's the program itself trying to put some motion, which I don't like all the time. I want to actually edit my own frames. So what I end up doing after that is I go to effect controls, and here's where you find the auto reframe feature. I'm just gonna click on this, click on override generated path, and then figure out up till which frame I want to actually just click on all the keyframes that are there and just hit delete, and all the frames before that would be deleted, and there you go. I love how it is. If it wasn't, I would click wherever it was and adjust the frame whatever I needed it to be, and that would be the keyframe that it would hold. I don't think I need to adjust anything, so I'm gonna leave it be, and I'm gonna see how it plays the rest of the trailer now if I need to fix anything else. So it's moving back and forth, right? I don't like how it's moving back and forth here. So I'm actually going to remove this keyframe. I like how it moved a little bit, so I think I'll keep that. And here, this is what I wanted to show everyone. So you see these words that are showing up. These are from my clip, but these are add-on titles that don't come off of Premiere Pro. So these were created in After Effects and then imported as a Mogart file into Premiere Pro. I have noticed that whenever I use these, they don't get automatically scaled to the image. I have to go in personally and change all of it. If I click on this, it takes me back to the nested sequence. And if I double click on this, this takes me back to the version 2 that we created. This is key. This is why we created the second version and we created the clips off of this, because now if I change the scale of the title here, the whole sequence is affected. And if I actually want to use my original sequence again for another export, or if I need it for something else, I don't want to go and mess it up. So I want a sequence that is dedicated for a trailer, and that's the one I wanted to use for it. So here, if I go to the actual clip and pick scale, I can scale it down and make sure it fits. So let's see. You can go back and check too. So I think it fits okay. Maybe might make it a little bit larger. So maybe just move it a little bit. And then I'm going to scale it down just a tiny bit, maybe around 40. Yeah, I think that looks good. But I don't like how there we go. And it's done. Now, if you want to export this sequence, what you can do is just go to the end of the sequence, hit O, and the entire sequence will be selected. You can also just go to export and click media and just say entire sequence when it says source range. But sometimes I have certain clips that either I'm using as bloopers or I want to use it for different parts of the video, and I've kept it towards the end of the video. I just want to make sure I'm just using in and out. That's just a part of my workflow and how I do it. So I will use sequence in and out. If you want to change the name of this is where you change it. I want to make sure it's in the right folder. Yes, save. And that's it. And hit Q. and you're set to go. It will save all of your primary color correction, all of your secondary color correction, your color grading, everything, and even your titles, and it will just export it. I feel like this is one of the easiest ways if you want to create shorter videos for different formats. The media encoder is opened up. I'm just gonna hit Q start, and now it'll just export the clip. The main thing I actually wanted to focus on today was how to take a large edited sequence and cut it up into shorter clips to make it into a trailer. Let me know what you think of it. I wanted to quickly go through this workflow and show you how easy it is to cut up your long form videos and make them into shorter clips for different formats. I hope this video was useful. If you thought so, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell to be notified for all of my future videos. Thank you so much everyone for joining me today, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.